without any intimidation. However, you'll allow me to mention a few challenges that we encounter when doing the operations or crackdowns. The first one is the challenge of transport. In most cases, when we get the culprits, transportation to the police stations becomes a challenge. You know, we are always on motorbikes, and transporting these culprits with the motorbike becomes a very big challenge. So the other area that we encounter, though on isolated cases, when the crackdown and arrests are done and exhibits recovered, in some isolated cases, we realize that these people get to court that they were arrested appear in courts. And now that begs a question on where these exhibits disappear in between. I also want to address another challenge, and we plead as chiefs that we prevail upon the courts, the office of the ODPP, and the courts. Most of the culprits we get to court, they receive leniency. The leniency the courts give is just questionable. The penalty that these culprits we take to court receive or sentence does not match what or the amount they are taken to court with. We really plead as chiefs that some intervention be done. There is an area also I also want to address in line of our duty, areas of response to distress calls. Most of the times, as community members, because most community members, it's the chief that they see around. Ndio serikali wanaona ako karibu kabisa. And at times a chief is even woken up at night, and you find yourself having no other option but to respond to this distress call. In some instances, when responding to these distress calls, our colleagues have received challenges. Most of these people, sometimes they are violent, and the worst part of it, in the event that the chief responds to this distress call, and maybe the suspect gets injured in one way or another, or when running away, then there are instances where cases have been turned against the chief. And we appeal to our colleagues in the police force that they should always take, before they take action to a chief, thorough investigation and even inquiry, a very good inquiry should be made to see that it is not just a mere allegation, but actually the chief had something that, or an area where he missed. So allow me to give a case example of a situation that we have now. One of the assistant chiefs for Kaugagi, Udendo sublocation in Siaya County, recently had a case when he responded to a distress call of a suspect of a cattle rustling case or a cattle theft case. The culprit, in an attempt to run away, sustained injury. And right now, we have information that the assistant chief, is about to face court action. We really appeal that the matter be investigated thoroughly before the assistant chief faces any action. That aside, I also want to mention an issue on chief's climate action. This was a very good initiative from the government, and I'm pleased to hear today that the tree cover in Siaya County has improved. It has been testified before us here. However, I want to say that as much as the chiefs have tried, and the figures you've heard, there still exist a few challenges that need to be addressed. In most cases, during the Chiefs Climate Day action, most of the residents always know they are going to get tree seedlings from the chief to plant back into their homes. Even if we have identified an institution, then they expect even to have some to go and plant in their homes. We always rely on our partners, local partners, but at times they also fail us. So it is just our humble plea that for us to sustain and make these days very effective and meet the expectations of wananchi, the government should chip in to see how we ensure that all these days are very successful, even on occasions when the partners we rely on do not provide us with the seedlings. Otherwise, I would plead that I beg to rest there, and thank you so much.
Asante sana, thank you so much, Assistant Chief. So next will be the category of chiefs, and we start with Mr. Simon Onyango, Southwest Alego. Karibu.
Our CS, Interior National Coordination, National Administration, Honorable Onesmus, our RC, Madam Nyanza, our County Commissioner, all the DCs present, the ACCs, fellow chiefs, assistant chiefs, and the general public. Good afternoon. Sir, if you allow me, I have 3 issues to bring across. One on affordable housing. We thank His Excellency, Mr. President, and for bringing this project of affordable housing. The project brought forward has brought food on hundreds of youths, has made them place their foods on their tables. And we therefore request continuity and support of this program. We also request the access to this affordable housing. In Siaya County, we have a strong and organized youth forum or youth welfare, and we pray that if we can allocate some units to the welfare to distribute them among its members will be of good to us, and this will boost our socio-economic support. To the issue of promotion. Sir, as you just said, some of the youths, some of the chiefs and assistant chiefs here had gone for security management at Embakasi, and some of them are due for retirement. They've been waiting for this promotion because they've stagnated in one job group to date. We as well request, sir, that the chiefs and assistant chiefs seated before you here, some of them have degrees, some of them have diplomas, and some of them have enrolled for the masters. If chance be, we pray that they be promoted to the post of CC, to ACC, sorry. To the post of ACC. Last and not least, sir, is the issue of compensation. As you all are aware, in our line of duty, we face so many challenges. So we request for compensation in case of injury, destruction, damages, or even death. You see, if we go for raids or arrest, we are the witnesses on the ground. And we need protection, Bwana Masengeli. I don't know where secrecy of oath was hidden. We are the witnesses on the ground. We serve our own people using swagger cane. And it becomes very challenging. It becomes very challenging if the person you arrested or directed the officers to arrest, the following day comes out and tells you, Chief Nico, na tuko na wewe. We need your protection, sir, from your office. We also pray that if at all the death of a chief or assistant chief be, we request a small support. Our officers, our senior officers comes, they read their condolences or their condolence message, then hand it over to the bereaved family. We request, sir, as they hand over the condolence message, hata kabahasa kadogo wapatiane familia. Last and not least, sir, I want to say, last year we lost an assistant chief from Rarieda, Mr. Mbeda Moses, of member sublocation. To date, no suspect has been arrested. We call upon your officer to assist us so that we may walk chest high, because we are working as a team and are working together. Thank you, sir, as I rest my case.
Thank you. Let's appreciate him. Thank you so much, Mr. Ongoro. Next is Mr. Otieno Omondi, please. Madam Esnas Otieno. Karibu. Omondi.
To the Cabinet Secretary, our Governor, all protocols observed. Good afternoon. My name is Esnas Omondi. I'm Chief for West Sakwa location in Bondo Sub-County. Today, I'm honored to address this gathering of stakeholders in the security administration sector. As chiefs, we play a critical role in maintaining law and order and ensuring the well-being of our communities. So first, I'd like to express these issues. I'd like to express our sincere appreciations for the training programs currently undergoing at Embakasi College. These trainings have equipped us with essential skills to effectively serve our communities. So we are grateful for this investment in our capacity building. However, sir, we are humbly requesting for additional trainings on conflict resolutions, mediation, guidance and counseling, and other important courses relevant to our work. These short courses, sir, on these topics would greatly enhance our ability to serve our communities. Secondly, sir, I would like to bring to your attention the delay in salary payment for the newly appointed chiefs. We kindly request for your intervention on this matter, sir, for the colleagues to receive their pay. It actually demoralized them and they cannot work effectively since some of them have worked for more than 1 year without pay. Sir, kindly, we are requesting your intervention on this matter. And as well, sir, You find an officer after retirement stays for even 3 years without receiving the benefits. Some people even die before receiving their benefits. We are also requesting your intervention on this, sir, for the officers who have worked diligently for our government, for the nation to receive their pension benefits. Last but not least, sir, on behalf of my colleagues, we are grateful for the AI that is impressed that we normally receive. Chiefs do get 30,000. We are requesting if this can be increased from 30 to 50. And for the assistant chiefs, from 15,000 to 30. Actually, sir, this will really make us serve our communities well and make sure that the developments in our locations or sub-locations are done perfectly. Sir, I want to take this opportunity to thank you so much for visiting our county of Siaya. We love you and God bless you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Madam Otieno. Asante sana. We now move to the category of OCSs.
Before the OCSs, is there a burning issue left by the chiefs that assistant chief or a chief want to add? I see a gentleman who has been raising his hand. Hapo tu kaa tu hapo, utasemea hapo. Huyo na ule moja. You stand so that we know two people. There was somebody here. Yeah, the two.
Our CS, His Excellency Governor Orengo, our Regional Commissioner, County Commissioner, and all protocols concerned. Sir, my name is Nicholas Mudaho Awor, Assistant Chief Malira Sublocation, Malanga Division, North Game Location in Gemiala Sub-County. Sir, I was very happy to see Mr. Orengo around. My issue touches on national government and county government policies. Straight to my point, sir, I would wish to address illicit brew, which is our commandate, and to this regard, Changa. I'm happy also that Nakada is here. Sir, you would realize that we, as a team here, we've worked tirelessly. And if we give you reports of the crackdowns we've done, people we've taken to court, fines that have been put on them, but you will still agree with me through Nakada that 60% of alcohol being taken in Kenya is still illicit. Our region, Nyanza, is still leading at 69% of illicit, despite all the efforts that we've put in fighting this vice. Why are we not still, the statistics are still showing negative? And sir, I would draw you back to where the prohibition of Changa came from. It was categorized as local brew, just like Busa. I'm very happy as we talk today, Busa is being regulated by the county government. Those clubs are there, they are operating. Sir, I would wish that we as a team, in terms of policy making in regards to fighting Changa, let's look it broadly. Changa, it's in composition. The illicit thing is only that it is not regulated. But comparing Changa and the spirits we have that come from Uganda, the second generation brews, it is more, the second generation brews are more lethal than Changa. My point is, sir, we are a team of students at Jaramogi Oginga Odinga University doing policy and development studies. My colleagues are here, 7 of them. We've been trying to come up with a policy document to present to you so that we might see the other way of dealing with Changa other than penal way of arraigning them to court. This also, I'm very sure Mutudo had started something of the sort. I'm very sure if we provide resources so that we have distillation being regulated, packaging being regulated, so that we have changa from Siaya that can be sold under cabs. Sir, I'm not a partaker of changa. I'm presenting my views. Yeah, and towards this, I know we shall be creating jobs. You see what Keroche has done. They're distilling. Yeah, and if you see the composition of what makes up changa, ni unga, mtama, skari, and pure distillation. Yeah, so I humbly, yes. So, sir, I shared this with my DCC, and I'm happy that you are here because I know you sit in the policy making process so that you can review this prohibition of changa so that we as officers that are on the ground, we best see how we can assist our people. Because my grandfather was an assistant chief in 1968. Those people he was arresting, I'm still arresting them to date. Sir, that indicates that, sir, that can tell you the kind of resilience these people have. And for us chiefs and assistant chiefs who conduct raids, there are some places you go and you see poverty with your eyes. Instead of arresting, you compromise. I rest that one. Secondly, sir, my major other concern in regards to the Ngao fraternity, and especially where the rubber meets the road, assistant chief na chief. Sir, we are regarded as coordinators of government things. But I believe our scheme of service does not support us in security matters. I would wish our HR to address it critically so that if an assistant chief or a chief is not a security officer, it should be in black and white that we should not participate in security matters. And if we are deemed as security officers, then we should be empowered enough to carry out security matters. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Chief. I think you are now very popular in. I saw many people were cheering you there, but many of them also were on this other side. I will be saying that I don't think that, but we will discuss that later when I will respond. I don't think per se changa on its own is defined, it's illicit because it is named changa. It's because the process that has gone through, like you said rightly, has not gone through the legal process and get the necessary licenses and then be approved I think that is the standard process. If it were maybe in your research, I'm not happy that you're doing research, is to ask yourself, should it go through the same process with all other processing processes? Or can the processing of Busa and Changa, like you said, Busa is already being regulated by the county, can their process be properly defined and by which institution? Then if you follow those institutional process, you have the certificate that you are required and you're keeping certain clean standards and the packaging is right, then you can be, because there is a public health issues and so forth. So if you follow all those processes, even today, I still think that then that is, it is permissible to the extent that you follow the necessary process. But your proposal is not out of ordinary. It is actually what is expected even as at now. Chief, and Omarikwa, later I will expect you to say something. Where is he? The CEO Nakada. Okay, yeah, Liki, who is a lawyer also, is here.
Sir, our CS, I'm Jojo Duropondo, Senior Assistant Chief, Gunja Sublocation. My concern is transparency on appointments of chiefs and assistant chiefs. Joined service on the year 2006. In our location, we have 4 sublocations. I served up to the year 2023. I got the appointment of acting chief, of which I acted for almost 2 years. We did our interviews, of which the interviews we took 3 serving assistant chiefs and 2 non-serving assistant chiefs. When the appointments came, we were surprised only to get appointment from someone outside the service, just civilian. I think I'd served for 20 years, acted 2 years, of which I only had 5 years to retire. When I got the appointment that civilian had been appointed,
That civilian is now here.
Yes. When I tried to pursue the justice I was supposed to be given, since I had known even the interviews when it was taken, I knew I was the best performer. The justice I was never accorded. I only got a lot of frustrations. I was being told that ukifuata sana ni kama utafukuzwa kazi. So I actually prayed for justice. By so meeting you here today, I'm only praying that something should always be done to the serving assistant chiefs so that they get motivated. After serving for that long, and to someone like me who is almost retiring, you'll go almost barehanded. And I'm not afraid to say that I'm a diplomat in ADR, of which I graduated in the year 2022. I think I met all the threshold that was required for someone to be appointed chief. And I also knew that if I got the appointment, I could move maybe some job group ahead that would accord me some better pension after the retirement. To me, I'm happy to meet you and to express my feeling. I'd actually got a lot of frustration in all the offices I went to. Thank you so much, sir. I'm happy to meet you, and I'm so much grateful to meet you for your coming. Thank you.
How old are you, Chief? Assistant Chief?
By now, I'm 55.
Okay, you're still young.
Senior Assistant Chief 2.
Another opportunity will come. Especially when we operationalize administrative units. Another opportunity might come. But the point is, a first priority be given to assistant chiefs when considering position of chiefs in terms of, that's the point we take from there. I did not give you, so how did you stand? Have you gone to Embakasi yet? Yeah, okay, that's why. No, they just give him on a light note. Just give him. And that's the last one, so that the RC can continue with the OCS.
Sir, thank you for the chance. I am Isayo Chiang, the area chief for Mageta location. Mageta location sits within Mageta Island, an island that is on record as a colonial detention camp. Sir, Mageta Island is one of the most populated islands in Kenya. And for that matter, we face various challenges. To begin with, we've had long-standing cross-border conflicts whereby residents from Mageta have been undergoing humiliation or torture or indiscriminate arrest by Ugandan authorities. We've been receiving reports as administrators by our residents on the ongoings, but there's nothing actually we can do about it. Sir, on that matter, I request that the government to consider deploying border patrol unit. Secondly, we've also had human-wildlife conflicts where hippopotamus and crocodiles have been intensifying their attacks on residents. So on this matter, I request that the government to consider establishing a KWS base within Usigu sub-county and by far to deploy the officers in Mageta Island. Sir, we've had there was a speaker or assistant chief that had spoken before concerning delayed prosecution of some matters or faster reaction to chief's actions. Sir, on this matter, I would like to say that we've had unhealthy alliances by some of the police officers within our localities. As much as they should they should not use the information to weaponize or use it to suppress or thwart the efforts of chiefs or other administrators in performing their duties. The same, they have escalated the same in thwarting cases, critical cases or sensitive cases like defilement and other sexual-related offenses, and even cattle theft. So I request that you consider rotating officers so that such unhealthy alliances not to continue. I also request Governor within our midst, I request that the health department consider deploying veterinary officers or agricultural officers within Mageta. So, as I had stated earlier, we've had attacks by hippos where they fatally injure animals, livestock, and even human beings. So whenever they injure animals, we don't have veterinary officers within the island. We seek them from as far as Bondo. And for them to come is really hectic. They never appear. So I request that they be deployed within the island. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir, for allowing those chiefs to speak out their concerns. We were to miss the chiefs. So next we move to the OCSs and we start with Simon Rotich, Chief Inspector Simon Rotich, OCS Akala.
Our chief guest, Sir Honorable Onesimus Kipchumba Murkomen, EGH, Cabinet Secretary for Interior and National Coordination, our Governor, His Excellency, allow me to write from the established protocol. Good afternoon. Good afternoon again. Yes. Sir, allow me, on behalf of the OCSs within Siaya County, to welcome all of you here today. Our task is to deliberate on the multifaceted and multidimensional aspect of human security in Siaya. Sir, the issues and challenges affecting the security sector in this county are synonymous with other counties within a Nyanza region, and I may not want to belabor on them. First and foremost, I want to assure you that the security team in Siaya county are totally committed in the fight against the crime. The OCSs, the chiefs, the assistant chiefs, with the help of the village elders, are working tirelessly that there is peace in the county, and we are also committed in supporting the government of the day in its bottom-up transformation agenda in all the sectors. Equally, as the OCSs within Siaya County, we are alive to the fact that police stations are supposed to be the center of excellence in service delivery to the people we serve. However, there are issues that are there, and our chief guest, let me respond to an issue that has come up from the assistant chief. There is this case of Assistant Chief Maero. This is a case where it happened in my area, and by all standard of measure, we follow the procedure investigating that case. And that case, according to us, we investigated and found that there was no substantive matter to all the OCS. Na mimi nimeshangaa hata wakusema OCS amesuia hiyo kesi hata ijaenda mbele. So hiyo kesi naijua, and that case is, hata saa hii vile naongea waziri, there is a complaint against me. Kuna mtu ameandika, not even the complainant, there is a person there. Ameandika kwa DIG, ameandika kwa IG, ameandika kwa IPOA, ameandika kwa EACC on the same case. That mimi ati mimi natembea na sijui nakaa na hawa, and I don't know them. So I want to remain very clear that we are going to stand with the chief. Na hiyo mtu alipowekwa pingu alitoroka akalala msituni. Only to resurface the following day. Ikatolewa pingu, akakuja station, in the normal way we investigated, tukampa P3 akajaza. The worrying issue is that anasema ati alikwenda ICU 5 days. 5 days. Na P3 inasema harm. How can you go to an ICU and the P3 says harm? That cannot be practical. So for that case, I know ukisikia nimeenda transfer, hiyo complaint sasa ndio hiyo ilienda huko. Yes, I'm saying the truth. Iende kwa DIG. In fact, this person is very malicious, and address Mr. Langat, Mr. Kanja, and address huyu wa EACC, Abdullahi or something like that, and address yoyote. So, mkisikia nimeenda transfer ndio hiyo kesi. Yes. I was saying that, however, there is, as we proceed, there is inadequate, our challenges now, inadequate police vehicles and insufficient fuel. I don't want to mention those. In fact, it has been mentioned several times. And then there is an issue of prisoners who are supposed to be ferried from prison Siaya here. You find that each station in Bondo, we are committing one vehicle daily to go to Siaya prisons and ferry prisoners to court. At the same time, guard the same prisoners, and the evening they return them to Siaya. In fact, the vehicle we are using in Land Cruiser, it is not compatible with the standard of ferrying criminals who are very dangerous, like robbers, murderers, robbery with violence. I think we need to allow that prisons do their work. Kulikuwa na gari zile basi ya Mudi ya Wari, sijui kama wako naye. Wacha Mariamu, kuna bus which has been designed to have a compartment of security and compartment of the remandees. So we are requesting that prison to undertake that duty. They go to court, they process, they return them. If that is not working, then let a vehicle be stationed at these courts, let's say Bondo, to ferry those prisoners as we use the motor vehicle at the station. Because like tomorrow, my vehicle will be at Bondo the whole day. Nothing will happen in my station. So those are the things we are trying to pass on. There is this challenge of borders. We are also requesting, kama tunaweza pata motorbike, wakiingia vichochoro, tunaingia na wao. Saa hii akiingia vichochoro na Land Cruiser, unafunga brake, unashuka, unaangalia, akienda. So you are left wondering, sasa hii ni nini sasa? So kama tungekuwa na motorbike, tunalala na mpaka mwisho ajue si tuko. So hatuwezi kuachilia namna hiyo, and this is an area that it is causing us trouble. The other day somebody was shot Nairobi hapo. Na kama kungekuwa na motorbike angenasa haraka. So another area is a general election preparedness. I think we are in an era and we need these officers to be prepared adequately so that we don't run into 2007, where we did our best, but our best did not favor us. We were in the receiving end. So we require that these trainings, ikuje tu mapema. Tuangalie, tujipange, wakati wa election, tuko imara, na tushikilie hapo. And of course, adequate supply of riot control equipments. Yeah, there is another area of refresher courses. For those who know refresher courses, it used to be called smartening. Officer akiwa station ameanza kuregea namna hiyo course ikiingia, hata saa zingine yeye anajua mwenyewe ataenda hiyo course. Hiyo course ikiingia, tunamdunga anaenda miezi 2, akirudi amenyoroka. So tuna request those refresher courses, and then instead of going to Kiganjo, let it be cascaded now to the regions. We have regions, PT. They remain functional. Right now, I think they are dormant. Completely. Wale wanakaa saa hii kule, ukikuta mtu wako karibu na Kitale huko, saa hii analima shamba. Anavuna mahindi, anabeba, anako PTC. We have got also training on officers on the Bill of Rights. In fact, Bill of Rights is in Chapter 4. And Chapter 4 is one of the biggest chapters in Constitution. I know you are a lawyer, you are aware of this. And this Bill of Rights runs from Article 19 all the way to Article 59. Fundamental freedoms and rights to the National Commission, National and Equalization Commission. Hii yote hapa katikati ni ile vitu inakula sisi kama maafisa wa serikali. Iwe ni chief, iwe ni polisi, ndio inatugonga. Those articles inatugonga. Ukiangalia like Article 37, matters to do the assembly, demonstration, picketing, and petition. How to handle these people, we need to be trained more often than not. Article 34. Article 25, rights that may not be limited. We need to know this thing. Right to privacy, Article 31, right of the media. Somebody talked of media in, I think it is Kisii, that the media is all over us. Of course, they will be all over us when you are doing the wrong thing. And for the news to be news is when you do the wrong thing. When you do the right thing, there is no news for those people. I'm telling you. Today, a dog bites you. It is not news. But try to attempt to bite a dog. Tomorrow you will be in a headline. I'm telling you the truth. So we need to be taught about these things. Yes. So that freedom of the media is very important. as well as chapter 6, leadership of integrity. I know time is running, but will allow me some minute. A lack of necessary equipment and stationaries and supply of stationaries and equipment. We also request for internet. We do not have. We are sure that CCTV will be coming soon. And then there is another issue of control room. Control room to be brought to county level, so that in the county level we have control room similar. It cannot be that one of IC3, that is integrated command center in Nairobi. At least where coordination of activities shall. So that one will be assist us. Another issue as time goes is a problem communication between the criminal justice system and the advice from the ODPP to the members of the public. We have been having a problem. Mtu akishikwa, ukipeleka kwa ODPP, anasema release na cash bail ama free bond. Ukija station, naambia wapi cash bail, anasema ana. Unaompa free bond. Huyo mtu anaenda akiendaga. And we've tried to get the miscellaneous. Wanasema it is not applicable for lesser offenses. Si kidogo kidogo kama chang'aa namna hii ama bangi. We release persons with bangi simply because we do not have report from the government chemist. As I rush, there is what is called police driving permit. We request that police OCSs wapewe driving license. There is what is called a police driving permit. Nowadays drivers hawajaandikwa wengi, na wale wako saa zingine tuko na moja. Tukipewa nafasi OCS, those who are competent wapewe license, dini permit, so that wakati iko na issue unatoka unaangalia watu kule kwa uwanja, unaangalia wanaendelea namna gani. So that the issues we think can be done, and for wale wako competent. Sasa kama huna license usianze kusema hata wewe upewe. So that one cannot happen. There is a very important issue here. Introduce competition for the best police station in Kenya. According to the Press Information Bureau in India, the government of India selects the best performing police station across the country every year to insensitize an effective functioning of a police station and bring health competition among them. We request that you consider introducing this one. Tuwe tukiona tu police station mzuri top 10 mwaka huu ni gani? Wengine waanze kuperform well. And then parameters has to be introduced. Ile station mzuri sana imejengwa mzuri isiaini wale hawajajengwa sana. There is also a public mistrust and pressure kwa police. There is a blanket condemnation in police on corruption. Discussing a passion for those police. Kuna police wengi na machief hapa wako wazuri. But ile moja tu nasema police ati ni corrupt. In fact, this survey of Infotrack, hii wale wana survey, they don't even come to us kutuuliza hii mambo. Because the first person to give out ni mwananchi tu anapeana. And there is, I believe that when you go to a police station, you must carry something. So hata hii pia nao public wapewe nao hiyo index yao percentage, so that ile yetu na iteremuke. Mtu asemi nilitoa bila kuitishwa. Asemi nilitoa bila kuitishwa. Wakati survey inakuja on the sample size anasema nilipeana. Na wewe ulipeana na huku iende kwake, so that hii ingine sasa at least tuende number 10, number 11 huko. Tumekuwa number 1 for too long. And we need to shed we need to shed out. Finally, police visit to serious scenes of incidences. They are exposed to stressful and terrifying events. Mass casual incident, unaenda ukilala usiku, unaona ile incident, unachamuka. And then these are officers using substance abuse. Kukunywa pombe, wala wakunywa wanaanza kukunywa. wale wanakunywa zaidi.
Thank you so much.
And then finally, finally, problems affecting security sector are systemic, and without finances, nothing much will be implemented as required. And this needs an holistic approach, but with your determination, it is apparent that this time round, we have gotten it right. Thank you very much. In conclusion, I would like to particularly appreciate our chief guest for setting the pace in Jukwaa la Usalama for what is clearly open and constructive deliberation on matters affecting the service delivery in the security sector. Thank you very much. May God bless you.
Thank you. Let's appreciate the OCS. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Next is Charo Kahindi, Chief Inspector Charo Kahindi, also OCS Bondo.
Our CSR, Governor Siaya County,
Another OCS.
Regional Police Regional Police Commissioner, Nyanza Region, Regional Police Commander, all protocols observed. Good afternoon. Good afternoon once again. My name is Kahindi Charo. Kahindi Charo is the OCS Bondo Police Station. And I would like to add to what my colleague has just spoken. And I'll try to be very brief. Our CSR, there are a number of items that we have identified. And this is an extension to what has just been mentioned. I believe the police or the National Police Service was meant to work as a jigsaw set of an arrangement. There are different departments within a police station that requires capacity building, and this brings me to the point where we would kindly request our able CS to support the National Police Service with funding on training. I know this has been mentioned, but I want to be particular on specific duties like record officers, signalers. Most of the times, OCSs across the country have had to mentor officers. And the mentorship has been there for so long, and I believe we even have a signal training school. I think it's in South Sea, around there. We request that if conditions allow, you may support us so that we may have officers who have the prerequisite skills to undertake the duties in respective police station. Again, there are these utility vehicles. The other day, I was reading in the media that, not even in the media, there was a police communication that set out the rates that towed vehicles are supposed to pay. The vehicles that are normally towed from some particular places to the station. It is difficult for us to implement because private businesses, these towing vehicles are owned by individuals, and at times they may end up placing some exorbitant rates. I may request that I don't think it's impossible for the national ministry to have at least one break down vehicle in every county. That way, if an OCS has an issue and a vehicle needs to be towed, it is easier and efficient for that assignment to be done. And we can retain the same rates and the same be paid through the e-citizen account. Again, our able CS, I want to mention that on the ground we are receiving a lot of support from other departments of the government. I'll give an example. We are in the business of dealing with criminals. And at times, the present day criminal is evolving into, let me say, very smart beings. You realize that somebody has committed a robbery in Bondo, and this person identifies himself as Kamau. He goes to commit another robbery in Siaya. He calls himself Kazungu. Maybe goes to Kisumu, commits another robbery. He calls himself a different name. At times, this can be a challenge when we are trying to profile, and I want to mention that we are very grateful for the people from the civil registration, because most of the times we've wanted to clarify details, they have given us that support. But maybe that was unofficial. I may wish that you continue to encourage them to continue to work with us. The security committees within their respective area, so that we are able to profile people appropriately. Again, we have police establishments that have been constructed in various parts of the county. And I want to single out Nango Police Station, a very beautiful police station that was constructed by the area P. Nango Police Station would be of service to the residents of Nango and the islands that are currently not policed. The block, I believe, is close to 90% complete. We would wish that Nango Police Station, and I've also been briefed of Ndira Police Station, be gazetted, so that within our establishment we can deploy officers there to continue with serving the public. Officers have also requested me to mention about range practices. I think this must have been mentioned in some other sittings. Lack of enough office space, I think this has also been mentioned. There are also those officers who have been promoted on merit. I am making two requests on that. Sometimes, if you promote a constable and you let that constable work within the same environment, sometimes they do not get the respect they deserve from their colleagues who are at the same rank with them. So I may request that once an officer has been promoted on merit, first, let this officer be moved to another station or another region. Secondly, let these officers be taken through some induction training. There is also team building and sports. Back, I think we used to have regular sports and competition events. We understand that we've had a period that is globally where financial crisis. But we may request that when allocating budget for the National Police Service, these activities be to bring officers together. They are able to build that synergy, and it's a great welfare project where officers are able to interact besides their official mandate. The issue of AIE, I think this has been mentioned. I do not want to belabor on that. The issue of illicit brews and bang, it has also been mentioned. I may not wish to repeat. There's another issue. I may not want to go deep into it. I was asked to talk about the disco matangas and these replica uniforms. But let me speak on replica uniforms. There has been a tendency where we find members of the public donning replica security uniforms. At times we have a challenge when we arrest these people, because the moment we arrest them to court, we are asked to produce some authority to confirm that indeed this replica uniform belongs to a certain service. But sir, I may wish to say this. For the safety and security of the areas that we are responsible, I think we need to make a statement on this. Because you may find that these replica uniforms are being misused by some of our people. They may go to the Changadens to collect some tokens, and the message down there, they are saying, we saw police officers in uniform collecting tokens at a particular place. The worst of it, sometimes these people waylay members of the public along the road. Somebody is told by someone who is donning a replica police uniform, a replica KDF uniform, a replica forest uniform. A member of the public may not be able to differentiate between whether this is the right uniform for security officers or not. So I think we may need a statement to make a statement on that. The other one is hardship allowances. I may not want to talk much on that. That was a request from officers from Siaya. And then there's a personal request that has been passed to me. And I may not wish to let the officer down. There's an officer who has requested if he could be moved to another county. He's an inspector, and he served in Siaya, I think, for 7 years. I don't know whether he's here with us. Ruben? Siaya? So at least I'll pass to that message. Thank you so much, sir, and welcome back again. God bless you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kahindi. Pigieni makofi tafadhali. So with your permission, sir, we move now to the category of ACCs, and we start with Mr. Vincent Keno from Rarieda. Next will be Anne Ojuado.
Thank you very much, sir, our Cabinet Secretary, Ministry of Interior and National Administration, the Governor of Siaya, and all protocol observed. My name is Vincent Keino, Assistant Sub-County, which is in Siaya County. Sir, As you began your speech, you highlighted the achievements of Jukwaa Usalama, and I want to confirm that indeed I am the beneficiary of this program since we benefited with the promotions that was done. We say thank you very much, sir. Sir, without promotions, it brought a lot of harmony because it was becoming a serious crisis. Somebody who joined service in 2007, when I was still in university, serving at the same job group, was becoming a problem. Others were branded a name called disallowed group, but you came and solved that solution. So thank you very much, sir. I'm happy for that. Sir, that we need urgently in many sub-counties in Siaya. It is called civil registry, which is missing, and it's making our citizens to travel long distances seeking that service. And in that, it is making the issues of succession to be very difficult. Imagine somebody from Luanda Kotieno traveling all the way to Bondo, looking for a death certificate, which is 100 shillings, and you are using 1,000 shillings. So it makes people discouraged, and that has an impact on issues of succession. Sir, as ACCs in Siaya, we face some unique challenges, which is not unique in some areas. One is this issue of disco matanga. Let it transform it from a policy into a legal provision so that it can be implemented. Because as we have said, Siaya is made of professionals. They can interpret any law. So they tell you, as ACC, I am a law-abiding, violating any law. I am violating, and then I will stop disco matanga. So with little knowledge we have in law, tunaanza kutapatapa. So assist us to ensure that it is anchored in law so that we can quote that particular provision in law, sir. Sir, the issue of mobility is a big challenge. ACCs normally face that crisis since the OCCSs were crying about fuel. For us, we don't even have that vehicle to cry for fuel. So, sir, sema tu neno moja na ACCs wapate kagari. So, sir, another issue you are facing, we know the issue of BMUs is that it is squarely in the county government, but we request some input from security people when they are being elected to avoid this issue of infiltration by criminals. You know, when you go to the lake, mpaka kesho uonekane. So if nobody regulates them, they may turn out to be a very dangerous gang in the lake. So, sir, again, Siaya, especially some sub-counties like Rarieda, Usigu, and Ugenya, it's always dry, and we buy water here in Siaya. So, kama kuna macho ya hardship allowance, please, if possible, consider us for those. So, with those few remarks, I commit on behalf of my colleagues that we are ready to serve the people of Siaya and the people of Kenya without any favor or fear. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Let's clap for him. Asante sana. Next is Madam Anne.
To the Cabinet Secretary, Minister of Interior and National Administration, Bwana CS, the Governor of Siaya County, and all leaders. Siaya, habari zenu? Urio nade? Poduntie? Bado wako? I thought they had left. So, sir, my name is Anne Ojwando, the Assistant County Commissioner for Ukwala Division in Ugenya Sub-County. I want to talk about a few things. Number one, in Kenya we say, ukiona mwenzako ananyolewa, chako unakitia maji. I'm a detail 2021, and we are due for promotion to Job Group L. So kindly consider that. We also asking for extraneous allowances for ACCs going down to the assistant chiefs. Because hapa kila mtu sleep mfululizo. Kwa sababu we have to analyze the area and report, ndio upate report pale kama kuna incident ama the area is calm. And then there is immeasurability and ambiguity of targets leading to lack of rewards for best performing officers or something like that. Like It is done in the private sectors. Give us something to motivate us. Let us have a way of measuring our targets so that we can be able to be rewarded accordingly. Then there are people we work with in our offices, like secretaries, the support staff. Those people, the entry level is very low. And once somebody has taken a loan, they remain with nothing to take home. So kindly, maybe their entry level can be considered so that even after taking that loan, they can remain with something to take home. And then our office structures and furniture are in very bad shape. After the DCC's office going upward, where you send the visitors book, where these other officers sit, the seats there, hata unaweza ogopa utashikwa na kunguni. So kindly consider that. Then the office equipment, our machines, looks like all of them in this region. The machines there could roll and roll and roll before processing an information. Now I'm in Ugenya, we have the same problem. And the other day I was being called to submit an information at the county, being told that whatever we sent on the email cannot be accessed because the machines are not working. Mental wellness, there is for ACCs, there could be cases of underutilization or overutilization, and some, there are cases of sexual harassment. So this could be addressed so that mental wellness is taken care of. And then we have a guidance and counseling department at the HQ. I think these people can be moving to our counties just the way you have done, so that they can have a session with us, because some of our officers are indulging in alcohol and drug use. Then the AIE for the SECs, we also request for a review and regularity. Then what I want you to talk about to wananchi about, there are cases, once arrests have been made, the incidents have happened in the ground, they come and withdraw the cases. When they go back to the community, they start saying, polisi alikula akaachilia, SEC alifanya nini, chief alifanya nini. So please, if it comes from you, they will say the CS said and we understood. Also, something on the relationship between the NPS and Ngaos. You've had. That is an example. But I think this should be looked at objectively so that we enhance the relationship between Ngaos and NPS so that we can have a healthy relationship, because we cannot work independently, separately. Then you ask about succession. From my area where I work, we came up with an initiative. We involved the judiciary. So the senior magistrate at Jukwaa Law Court, we go to the field together for barazas, we sensitize members of the public, and from his feedback and mine, the cases of land matters have gone down, and succession is being undertaken by most of the public. And then, sir, maybe you can also, you may also say something about the village elders. Finally, I have a success story in regard. When I came to Siaya in January last year, I studied for some time mapping the illicit brew dealers and the bank sellers. In total, from my division, we had 205. But now I can gladly report to you that in this booklet, I have contacts of 65 people who are. In this regard, also there are women who have formed a group which they've used to borrow government loans, and they're doing well. So they asked me, now that I'm meeting with you, to invite you as a friend and request you on their behalf that you may collaborate with other people as their friend to support with them, may attend and chairs for their trades. Thank you, sir. Allow me to hand this over to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Madam Anne. So Madam Anne mentioned the harassment in passing. She mentioned harassment in passing, but I know if we allowed all these young lady officers who are the age mates of my children to speak here, they will give very big stories here. So that's a matter that needs attention. It's not a matter that should be mentioned in passing. So next is the base commander, Mr. Simon Nyandusi.
Just kidogo tu. I know this was the lower level in those in the police, and I agree with you. Pass. We might need. We might need to have, and also for DIG, one meeting for representative of police officers and ACCs to discuss sexual harassment. It will be very important at the workplace. Thank you. Because workplace is the field. Yeah, thank you. You know, sex for promotion, sex for allowance. You think that it's not a joke. It's a very serious issue. Not just in one ministry, in every part of government. And so that we can enhance the policy on sexual harassment in workplace and protect our officers. So I will be very happy if we can organize one forum for women alone, because they are the minority in both Ngao and the police. Is there an OCS who thinks there's something that was left out? Who has a point in bullet form? Yeah, I saw you were anxious to say something. Yes, stand. Oh, bullet form.
Our CS, Honorable Onesimus Murgomen.
Wachana na nini protocol. Jina tu na your station and
I'm Inspector Kipruto from OCS Sidindi. Sir, naona kuna ukweli waambiwi. Siaya, sir, is one of the operation areas in Kenya. And we are requesting, sir, if your office can be able to classify in police work Siaya as one of the operation areas. Two, sir, in Siaya is where you find most of the inspectors are OCS. Like me, I'm an inspector and I'm OCS. Section 34 of the Public Service Commission says that when a person acts for more than 6 months, he should be confirmed in the position you are, sir. So you are requesting, sir, sir.
What does that mean? That you should be?
Sir, you are requesting.
You are still acting.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I understand.
And yes, sir.
Okay.
The other one is in the case of as we perform our daily duties, we make a lot of calls, sir. We were requesting your office to check on the such airtimes, or there are some times when we are hired, sir. Ya mwisho, mambo ya community policing iko chini sana Siaya, sir. We were requesting if community policing could be revived, it will be better. Thank you so much.
There was your colleague at the corner. Is there something I missed out?
Good evening, sir. My name is Dixon Anyona. I'm the Deputy OCS, Wagai Police Station. I have 3 issues. One, I would like to talk about political interference. And let me point out the bouncers. In fact, you might find the MCA has got bouncers on the ground, probably the senator or any other political class.
You fear saying the governor?
No. Sir, these bouncers actually pose a great threat, especially when we want to identify them with the society. And you find them wearing maybe a T-shirt written security. They are just walking around bouncing, and they are. In fact, some of them, when we arrested them, they hang on the MCA, they hang on the senator, they hang on the MP, the governor. So I really appreciate if we find a way of identifying the bouncers with our political class leaders. Number 2, I want to talk about the issue of our courts. In fact, I have handled about 3 cases. One is a case of a cow, where there were 2 parties who are claiming that a cow has been, they are claiming 1 cow, and they have all gone to the court. So person 1 was given a cow that it belongs to him, and then person B also went to the same court, and then he was actually handed over the cow. So it was a very big problem. That is why I'm trying to ask the criteria that our courts are using actually to pass judgment. Then you can also find the same court, maybe a land. We also have some land issues in our area here. And you find maybe a woman was married, and this woman does not have either marriage certificate or an affidavit, but the husband has died. And then a guy comes him to terror her. Then he is now claiming this land, that he wants the land. Then you find another son was born somewhere else with a different name. He was also brought in this farm, and he also wants the land. So you find this man who is terrorizing the woman, and the So I'm humbly requesting that at one point when you are engaging our courts, just to...
The terrorizing is not English, it's Doluo, right? Okay, yeah, because...
Yeah, to inherit, sir.
Okay, okay.
The last issue, I'm happy that you have actually talked about our promotion. Sometimes back when I was actually when I went for an interview, in fact the criteria is 3 years. But unfortunately, I didn't get, and I was 4 years. And now I'm happy that you have said that those with 10 years are actually considered. And I'm also requesting those ones who are in between, they also be considered in your able officer. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. ACC, then ACC wanted to add one. I'm sure chiefs, assistant chiefs, and then the 2 ACCs were very eloquent. I think the ACCs are very few, so that's why they don't want to add anything. Thank you very much. Asante sana. I did that so that the DCC, county commander, sub-county ward, because your operation people have said, don't repeat the things that they have said. Just say you agree.
Thank you, sir. So we move to the base commander. Base commander, Bondo, Simon Nyandusi.
Chief guest. The chief guest, Honorable Murkumba Kipchumba Murkomen, and all protocols observed. I'm sorry for that. I salute by saying Amchambo. Sir, allow me to use about 4 minutes to patrol through the traffic operations, 2 minutes within Siaya County. And I will start with that Siaya County has got 3 bases. That is Ugunja traffic base, which is serving 2 sub-counties. That is Ugunja and Ugenya. Then we have got another base, Siaya traffic base, which is serving 2 counties, namely Siaya and again Yala. The last one, sir, is Bondo traffic base, where I'm the base commander, and I'm privileged to serve 4 sub-counties. That is Bondo, Rarieda, Gemuwagai, and Usihu, the last sub-county formed within Siaya County. Sir, allow me straight to go to the challenges, having had the area of coverage, which is covered by the 3 traffic bases. Sir, the subject of mobility, the subject of motor vehicles, which has been raised now and again, I would also like to anger on it that having heard that we serve larger areas, no traffic base commander has got a motor vehicle to allow him or her perform the traffic operations. Sir, in that note, I request that at your ample time, you consider the traffic-based commanders to be issued with motor vehicles. To cite an example, sir, on the dire need of the motor vehicle or on the request, in a few months' time, I received a distress call of a fatal traffic accident which occurred within Rarieda sub-county, within Sakwa area at midnight. And the accident was fatal. I received a phone call, and I proceeded to the station to look for the station motor vehicle, which we normally use. I found that the vehicle had gone to visit the scene of robbery with violence. It took me time till the caller called me again and said, Bwana Base Commander, kwani ulikuwa unakucha kwa mguu ama hiyo gari yako inakucha na reverse? So it was quite an embarrassment. I had to call that caller the following day and told him that we have got a challenge in terms of mobility, and he had to agree after a long explanation. Sir, the next challenge we are having is stationery and office equipment. Sir, we rarely receive stationery, bearing in mind that the traffic department is engaged to performing duties of various investigations, matters, accident, and it takes us an extra mile to use our coins to purchase stationery like statement papers, so that we can record statement from the accident victims and the witnesses, so that we can process the files for further action. So on matters equipment, we are also requesting that our officers be equipped with computers, bearing in mind that we are now in the digital era and we normally receive our instructions through email, and it takes us time to acquire the information in the right time because we don't have the right apparatus. It takes us time to go to the cyber, and in the cyber we use our own resources so that we can get access and open the email, and in most cases the information is at times left at the cyber business premises and might be misused. So the last challenge, I'm requesting that matters training, as I've said, that we are moving to the, we are in the digital era. We need to be trained on matters digital. Now that we are moving to digital P, which recently I saw that it has moved to the station level, and our officers have not been oriented on matters digital OP.
Asante.
Lastly, sir, allow me to also read a verse from the Bible as I hand over the microphone. From the book of Matthew 7, verses 7, which says that, ask and you will be given. Knock and the doors will be open. So, riding on that spiritual protocol, it's my humble request with the total humility that I request that the two base commanders, that is Base Commander Wuncha and the Base Commander Bondo, who are serving as the base commanders with the rank of an inspector of police, sir, at your own humility, you consider promoting us to the level of a chief inspector so that we be in line with our counterpart, the Siaya base commander, and continue serving the good people of Siaya.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Asante
sir.
sana. Thank you so much. Our next speaker will be Mr. Christopher Nyaindi, Administration Police Commander.
So a quick one. Number one, I will want to talk about transition to retirement because I see myself heading towards that direction. So I will request that there should be a seamless transition of guys leaving the police or chiefs to a retirement so that they get their gratuity as early as possible to avoid frustration. And this can be done if the services are cascaded to the lower areas. The next one is about insurance and health cover. So most of our officers are having problems when they go to hospitals that they are told that the medical cover that they have, especially the outpatients, are just limited to a certain amount that they cannot get services that is more than, for example, more than 2,500 in a day. If the service exceeds the amount which is capitated to be 2,500, maybe you cannot get the service. So I request you that you check on that, sir. Thirdly, sir, there's a colleague who has talked of lovers of our politicians. I hope they are our guests, and I will want to request kindly, sir, that we are the law enforcers and the security agencies needs a collaborative effort to succeed. We will request them that their lovers, they sometimes advise their lovers to know the limit. Because, for example, even when you are here, there was a lot of commotion behind here. And this commotion is because they are not told where their limit should be. And us as the law enforcers, we need to reach certain limit and tell them that now from here you cannot move. So finally, I will want to thank you and kindly consider us when we are here. Siaya is a vast area and they are contraband goods because it borders Uganda. And the people have talked of, we've talked of mobility. The mobility, the patrols are not enough because the issue of fuel and this adverse area. So with the few remarks, I say thank you if you consider that. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So we move to prisons. Mr. Agesa, karibu.
Thank you, sir. My name is Philemon Agesa, Mwale, Inspector, and I have this honor to be before you. The Honorable Secretary, the Cabinet Secretary, the Governor, Siaya County, all the protocols observed. I will be brief while giving out this statement so that we move with time. It is a great honor to have you in Siaya today. As the Kenya Prison Service, I extend our sincere appreciation for your visit. Sir, I want to affirm our duty and responsibility to ensure Siaya GK Prison is a rehabilitative and transformative institution. We recognize the ministry's dedication to justice and rehabilitation. Your presence here is a testament that we are committed to improving conditions for both inmates and staff within the Kenya Prison Service. Sir, I will be specific.
we've been able to see very many achievements throughout the period that we've been able to have this period. Sir, we have able to see staff promotions during the period that we've had, which have been able to help us to boost the staff morale. I will not labor on that because because we are under the same roof, and the promotions are all through the with the National Police Service. Sir, we are also grateful for the regular uniforms that we have seen over the past 2 years. Both inmates and staff, they have been well uniformed. We commend a better working environment that we have seen throughout this period through the promotion of mental health among officers and inmates. We have professionals who have been promoting mental health to both inmates and prison staff, and we are really grateful. Sir, there has been a deployment of many professionals, both in the health and agricultural sector, as we try to improve the prison enterprises. That is highly recommended. However, sir, we have several challenges, being that we are the only prison within Siaya County. We are faced with many challenges. We receive inmates from all the 5 sub-counties. Siaya County, as vast as it is, we receive prisoners from all those places. We have 5 courts that we receive inmates from. We receive inmates of all categories. All categories of inmates, we contain them at Siaya Prison facility. However, there is congestion that has really affected many of the prisoners in the institution. Remember that it is the only institution, so we are highly congested. We have only few blocks, and we could request humbly for additional blocks so that we can be able to cure this problem of congestion, because there is strain on resources. Sanitation keeping becomes a problem in the institution. Sir, infrastructure is also a very big challenge in our prison. The number of blocks we have are less, but also we don't have a perimeter wall. We have different categories, as I had earlier stated, of prisoners. Yes, so the prison requires a perimeter wall to help us so that security can be enhanced. Thank you, sir. Also, we humbly request for housing, improved housing in the institution. We also pledge for transport vehicles. Sir, given that we are transporting inmates throughout the county and the number of courts, the vehicle that we have does not make it possible. Those are most of the key challenges that we are facing, and we believe that with your continuous support, we will be able to achieve security in the prison. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Let's appreciate him. So next will be a representative of the DCI officers. Karibu.
Our CS, Honorable Murikomen, our Governor, Siaya, Honorable Rengo, our DIG, and all other protocol observed. Good evening. I'm Ruben Onchoka, the Sub-County Criminal Investigating Officer, Bondo Sub-County, representing the DCI, and I have a narrative. Then I'll say, I'll talk about security matters. Siaya County consists of 80 sub-counties, namely Rarienda. Yeah, yes, okay. Let's go to the security matters. The following are areas of concern. Artisanal mining, some large portions of land in Game, Rarienda, Bondo, and Siaya sub-counties are under artisanal mining. In some of those areas, there are deep tunnels excavated, whereby at some times when there is rain, they are prone to collapse. Whenever they collapse, there are injuries and at times death occur. There is a need for the members of the public to be educated, or the mining ministry to hold meetings so that they can do civic education to the members of the public how to do their work. Terrorism, number 2, terrorism. There is a sleeper terrorist cell within Hawinga sub-location within Southwest Alego. In November 2023, okay, you have it? Okay, sawa. Gender-based violence. The county has its share of gender-based cases. Early this year, within Game Yara, there was a crime pattern where 4 women were murdered and in the same style. Investigations were done, and the suspect identified as Charles Onyango, alias Kwa, was apprehended, and the members of the public rescued him and subjected him into mob justice. Okay, let me go because you are hurrying me. Let me go now to the challenges.
What I was trying to avoid is
yes.
for you to go to one case.
Okay, let me go to the
cut across issues. Yeah.
Let me go to the challenges. In the DCI, in Siaya, we have very few officers. We need additional officers to assist to offload the workload we have. That's number 1. Number 2, the cooperation with the county government. We have a problem, and it is good that our honorable governor is there. The county government of Siaya does not treat the suspect in a custody for free. Even murder suspects have to pay 750 shillings for mental examination, which is mandatory before plea taking. Police have got difficult time with the suspects who fall sick while in police custody, victims of mob injustice and murder suspects. So it is our humble request that this matter be looked into, because we don't have an account where we get money to pay for the suspects who fall sick in police custody or the suspects of murder. Number 2, about transport has been spoken. Then let me talk about infrastructure, which has already been spoken about. In stations, we are housed by the OSPDs in stations. We need also infrastructure in that matter. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Let's appreciate him. Thank you so much, Mr. Onchonka. So next will be the OCPD, Game Wagai, Mr. Wafula. Mr. Wafula, please.
Thank you very much, sir. Our Cabinet Secretary, Honorable Kibichumba Murkomen, our DIG, Mr. Masengeli, Mr. Masengeli, sir, our Governor, team from the region level and the county level, members of the public and their chiefs. Good afternoon. My name, I'm Charles Wafula. I'm the Sub-County Police Commander, Game Yala, not Game Wagai, as maybe earlier said. So many areas has been addressed, but I'll still go back to maybe around 2-3 areas. One is an issue of personnel and strength deployment. We're having a very serious challenge, especially when you understand the structure of police. The OCPD must have a deputy, an SOB, and SOPs be under his office. But we realize that out of all these number of officers, the OCPDs, currently we don't have those officers under them. And now it is giving them a challenge, especially when they have proceeded on off or leave, or maybe they have been sent on maybe to go for training. So we need that area to be maybe looked into too, so that we get those officers deployed. Secondly, the issue of mobility was addressed. That one I don't want to repeat about it because of time. Issue of facilitation. Financial facilitation is also an area where I also need, although it has been addressed, I also need also to say something about it. Previously, we used to have confidential allowances for maybe OCPDs and OCS. Actually, this money just disappeared, and up to now, we don't know where it went. And we used to use this fund for the purpose of enhancing our intelligence collection. So that matter, sir, should be looked into. And again, we also request that the facilitation for 30,000, which is given per government vehicle for OCPDs to maintain the vehicle and service, is not actually adequate. So we request that you can do something about it, although you promise an issue of fuel. Again, sir, my colleagues raised an issue of pending bills. They told me that there's a growing concern over the pending bills, especially for water, electricity, and prisoners' meals. That area should also be addressed. Then issue of police station building, some of them are in a very dilapidated situation. So we recently received some information through the police channel, whereby we were supposed to submit some pictorial evidence concerning the buildings. But so far, this is the second time they have done it, but likewise, we have not received any feedback. So we believe that, and we trust, that maybe something will be done over the same. Thank you, sir. Another area, sir, our officers have raised a very serious concern, and it's good that our good governor, Ms. Orengo, is around. These concerns about the treatment of prisoners. At times here in Siaya, it's a trend whereby most of our suspects are subject to mob injustice. And once these people have been picked by the police, it is the responsibility of the police to ensure that these people are taken to hospital. But once we go to the hospital, we find out that the hospital administration is not ready to treat this person. So it's a dilemma to police officers. So I request, it's an issue whereby we need to, maybe the CS, yourself and your team, kindly, sir, you need to intervene so that we can have a cordial understanding on how we can be treating our suspects. Conclusive, sir, there is a very serious concern, and this one has been addressed in so many forums, issue of drunkenness amongst officers. And this one, sir, I think we have come up with a very good solution over this matter, whereby drunken officers remain a growing challenge within the service, despite rehabilitation effort by the government. So, sir, we decided to advise the National Police Service to adopt a structured compulsory rehabilitation program to run for at least 3 months within our training facility, so that all officers, regardless of their rank, our chief inspector, so long as is Mlevi, should undergo the program together with all officers. I propose that all affected officers, regardless of their rank, should undergo the program together together in a discipline like school setting, and upon successful completion, they should graduate with a certificate and immediately be redeployed to a new environment. They should not be returned to their mother station where they came from, and they must be under close supervision. And also because we have categories, for those people who are maybe faced with the challenge of alcohol, we have the addicts, and likewise we have those people who are just habitual drunkards. So this issue should just be targeting those habitual drunkards, so that once we get these people, we take them to the training, let them be trained vigorously, or in the morning run and other things that are subject to them. Then from there, immediately these people, wapelekwe Kibish, wapelekwe somewhere whereby we have some areas, because we have been there, hakuna pombe. People can be there, be taken there, and within time, we can just get these people to be rehabilitated accordingly. So with that, sir, I wish to conclude and say thank you very much and welcome again, sir.
Thank you so much. Let's appreciate Mr. Wafula, please. So now we have the last speaker in this category, who is the DCC Ugunja. But as he comes, sir, the administration police have a memorandum that they would like to present to you. And I request the person who has been charged with that responsibility to present the memorandum to you. And if you are one of the people who will be in the next category of speakers, I kindly request you to come forward. David Odede, Sylvester Onyango, Rosemary Omude, Patricia Apoli, Musa Ogera, John Owino, and Mark Okoth. Please get this side.
To the Cabinet Secretary, sir, the Governor of Siaya County, all the levels of security teams from Nairobi up to the sub-counties. Good afternoon. Muriaga, Chamge, Oimore Uru, Biore. My name is James Alodo, Deputy County Commissioner of Ugunja Sub-County. On my own behalf, may I take the It's okay. May I take this opportunity to register our appreciation for the ongoing Usalama program, which indeed is a refreshing exercise and which history will record and cement as your lasting and sustainable legacy in the management of especially security affairs of the country, as well as coordination of government business generally. Allow me, sir, to reiterate without a doubt Allow me, sir, to reiterate without a doubt that the sub-county security teams remain focused and committed to duty and efficient and effective service delivery to wananchi in line with the dictates of the new dispensation as embodied in the Constitution 2010 and bottom-up transformation agenda of the government, in bracket better. What I'm trying to say in short that the ongoing Jukwaa la Usalama is the new deal
which should be sustained and enriched through value addition so that it becomes a policy matter and should be cascaded to the county level where we can quarterly have Jukwaa, County Jukwaa la Usalama on a quarterly basis. Because by looking at even the congregation gathered here, we have achieved 1 feat unknowingly. We have broken the boundaries of the national and county government, which is a good thing. It has brought synergy among the various stakeholders in the management of security affairs. And I think going forward from this meeting, it should become a policy matter which we do on a quarterly basis. Various speakers ahead of me have talked about challenges, more so with regard to mobility. But again, looking at the gathering, we are able to overcome this challenge through the culture of one government approach, through which there is sharing of resources. Like right now, yours truly has not had a vehicle for the last 1 year, but I'm able to move around because I'm using a vehicle belonging to the education department. I think that is the spirit we need to embrace. That when officers have facilities, while others lack, under one government approach, we should embrace the culture of sharing resources. Those resources belong to the government, and the government actually is the people that we serve. There are no people belonging to county government and people belonging to national government. What they require of us is service delivery. So allow me, sir, as I conclude, to invite the meeting, all of us, to embrace the letter and spirit of the Constitution 2010, which requires us to consult. Consultation means a lot, including sharing of resources. Otherwise, I want to conclude by saying this is a good thing that you have originated, and it will be your legacy permanently, and we are happy about it. With the many remarks, I thank you, and may God bless all of us. May God bless Kenya.
Thank you so much, Mr. Luodo. Please let's appreciate him. Thank you so much. So with your permission, sir, we move to the next category of opinion leaders, and we start with the professionals represented by Mr. David Odede.
All protocols are served. I'm Dr. David Oremo, and I'm coming in from the Acacia Community Development Group. Acacia Community Development Group is a CBO based in Bondo, and we are keen on climate change governance. As you know, we are talking about security in this place. The biggest problem is in idleness, and solution to idleness is governance. And I'm happy that Governor Orengo is here and Speaker Okoda is here. This speech is basically about a petition that is lying at the county assembly. It's been lying there for the last 9 months. Basically, we need to access climate change funds, which are already, some of it is already available in Nairobi, but it cannot get down to the grassroots. Why? Because the Climate Change Act for Siaya is not responsive to certain requirements. So we need to do this. Now, the main thing is that we need to transform Siaya from an analog county to a digital county so that it's knowledge-based. Once we got a knowledge-based county, then we'll be able to know what's happening wherever it is. I'm sure right now where the government is sitting, if I ask him where Gulkoyando is and what's happening there, I'm sure he doesn't know. So we need to move from an analog system to digital system. And for that to happen, we've proposed that we enact what's known as the Siaya County Development Authority. This is basically a research, an action research wing that supports the governor in doing basically carrying out his duties. With that, I think I will end my speech there. The rest of it is written on my presentations here, which I request to give to you. Thank you
so much. Asante sana. Please, let's appreciate him. So our next speaker will be a representative of the business community, Mr. Sylvester Onyango Opunde. Mr. Onyango, please.
Habari za leo. Kwa majina naitwa Sylvester Onyango Punde. Business niko Ugunja. Kwa hii mkao ambao nimekaa kwa sauti ya Ugunja, CBO, Ugunja Sigombe Sidindi. Neno langu CS yenye naweza kuomba utusaidie kwa upande wa biashara ambao tunafanya. Tuko na shida sana kubwa kwa hii kiwanja ya biashara ambao tunafanya nje. KRA officers. Naomba wakati mnakaa kwa mikao yenyu na panel CS ya business, tunaomba at least walete mkutano karibu na wananchi. Tunapatana na shida sana. All team chief or assistant chief or protocol act, biashara iko na nafasi kubwa sana ya kuchunga nchi. Unaona biashara mingi zinaanguka kulingana na wananchi ambao wamekuwa deployed KRA. Unaweza itwa kwa ofisi ya KRA iko nyuma yetu hapa. Hiyo system hujui chochote ambayo iko ndani. Ukifunguliwa hivi, wewe kitu yenye unaona next ni kikufa. Mimi ni person juzi nimeitwa Nairobi, account yangu imeitwa premium business person. Imeondolewa Siaya, imeondolewa Kisumu, imepelekwa Nairobi. Kuingia kwa ofisi napata nimepatiwa bill ya 280 million. Nilipe. Nikalia machozi hakuna mwenye alinipanguzia. Nikaeleza mkuje kwa biashara yangu mvisiting kama hiyo biashara inaweza kuwa na hiyo mkao. Bwana CS, naomba kwa nafasi ambao nimepata leo, naomba ujumbe wangu ufikise. Bwana Governor, naomba kilio ya wafanyabiashara sauti ya Ugunja CBO ifikie serikali ya juu. Nikitoka upande wa biashara kidogo, umejua biashara inaenda na inchi, county government in Siaya. Tunaomba bwana governor yetu in Siaya utusaidie kidogo kwa maneno mengine iko inatusumbua hapa. Distribution permit. Unapata kama mimi niko biashara na niko kwa transport, unaweza kuja kununua vitu kwa duka ambao tunafanya kazi, utieleze umpeleke kwa jirani hapo Butere. Butere ndio next county yenye tuko. Ukifika huko gari inakuwa clamped, unaitishwa distribution permit. Distribution permit is about 78,000. So bwana governor, tunaomba kulingana na ile mikao yenye mko ya trade, mtusaidie hapo. Unapata huyo customer amenunua mzigo kwa siku moja, hawezi kuja kesho. Ukienda clamp umepigwa, gari imeshikiliwa, mzigo imekuwa sorted na ni vitu za kuharibika. Inabidi hiyo naomba tu nichukue 7 columns. Biashara ndio inchi. Serikali na biashara ni vitu zinaenda pamoja. Naomba tu bwana governor yetu na bwana CS unipe nafasi kidogo. Inchi na biashara na serikali ni vitu zinatembea pamoja. So hiyo upande wa distribution permit in county government mngetusaidia kama governor yetu, mtusaidie. Na mtrain officer yenu, mtu akiongea nimekuja tu hapa si kujua mimi nimeletea huyu jamaa mali yake ni kama ndugu zetu ambao wanafanya hii county ya Siaya, wanaweza kuja kwa duka waseme wanunue mali utupelekee nyumbani. Ukifika umebeba nini? Nimebeba vitu fulani, fungua gari, distribution permit iko wapi? Una trade yoyote yenye muenda kufanya kwa another county. So bwana governor, tunaomba hiyo muongee mkirudi huko. Neno langu ya tatu, upande wa security team. Bwana CS, tunaomba utusaidie kwa upande wa security, upande wa DCI office. Kenya in DCI office na wananchi, kuna vitu wananchi wajui. Mimi kama hapa Sylvester Onyango Punde niko na kesi Ugunja OB 52, date ni date 26 mwezi wa 4 2024. I lose my car, nilienda police station nikareport, kesi ikaandikwa OB, ikaenda kwa OCS, ikaenda kwa DCI office. Ikifika kwa DCI office ni barua ambayo imefaa iende kwa Insurance Plaza, na DCI office na timu wake wa kufanya kazi yenye ilifaa wafanye. Juu ya interest yao ilikuwa against me. Mpaka saa hizi kesi yangu ukienda kwa insurance wanasema police officer waja proceed document ambao tunahitaji in this case. So naomba bwana CS ongea na team of DCI office kwa zile case ambao wanazipata, wasaidie wananchi. Mimi nikipoteza gari nifike kwa ofisi ya DCI ananiambia umeuza gari yako mwenyewe ama imeibiwa. Ni swali ambao ukisikia unakuwa na hasira, na gari nimepoteza 15 million. Ni report yake imefaa kama area officer for security aandike report atume kwa insurance, anakataa kuandika kwa personal interest.
Naomba ufupisha tafadhali, hatuna muda wa kutosha na tuko na viongozi wengi ambao wangependa kuongea.
Asante madam, nimemalizia tu. Kama sasa nikikuja kwa upande wa bodaboda in Ugunja town, kuna issue tuko nayo mingi. Imekuwa juzi tumekuwa na death moja in Sega. Bodaboda rider alipata abiria akabeba, alikuwa anapeleka in Bumala, kufika Sega, between Sega airport to Sega town, akagongwa na soka akapoteza maisha. Ni close of my mind, amepotea hivyo, pikipiki nayo pia imepotea. So tunaomba upande wa security itusaidie kwa vitu kama hizo.
Asante sana, thank you so much. Tafadhali kwa heshima naomba.
Asante.
Asante, mpigieni makofi. So our next speaker will be a representative of the village elders, Madam Rosemary Omude. Karibu.
Thank you, Madam. To the CS, Mr. Murkomen, all the protocol observed, and the chiefs and the assistant chiefs, good afternoon. My name is Rosemary Omudo. I want to represent the village elders and the community. We have a challenge in the community down there. The village elders, long ago, not very long, you came with a procedure that they are going to be paid. This gave a morale to them and they have been waiting for it. I just request that you implement so that at least we get the community get easier time on reporting to them, and then it goes protocol like that up to where it ends. There is a challenge in the community that people are far from the police stations, people are far from the government offices. So for that, if these administrative units can be implemented very soon, it will help the community. There are community members who never knows even how to talk to the police officer. The language is a barrier. They don't know how the police officer can be approached. So they are afraid of reporting their cases, whatever, whenever they are affected. Even if there is defilement in Alala, haikui reported. There is a special case I have here, not a case as such. There is a police station which was proposed some time back, I don't know, 2014, in our area in the West Ugenya. Remember, we are bordering the Western, just near Uganda, you can go with a bicycle. So this Nyaharwa police station was supposed to be built long time ago, and the parcel is there with the IG's name in the title deed. The land is lying there fallow. This can help the community report their when they are affected anytime. They are walking so far, maybe 10 kilometers, using border with a lot of money. So kindly, if possible, these police stations should be recognized is lying idle. The land is lying idle. Road network also is a problem. The community girls problem, especially during rainy season. So they bring reports to the village elders. The village elders also cannot go far. Most of the crimes takes place at night, sana, during rainy seasons. So they know very well the police cannot reach them and anybody else cannot reach them. Even the assistant chief is afraid cannot go because he fears or she fears for their life. They communicate, but the vehicle cannot reach. So the road network also should be looked upon. Thank you so much for coming closer to us, and we are happy. Thank you.
Asante sana, mpigieni makofi tafadhali. So our next speaker will be a representative of women leaders. Anaitwa Patricia Apoli, karibu sana.
Honorable Murkomen, our beloved Governor James Bobo Rengo, all protocol observed. Bwana Yesu asifiwe. Haleluya. Maneno yangu ya kwanza, Bwana CS, maneno ya wamama. Unakuta ya kwamba mama bwana yako akikufa, ama widow by profession. Unapatikana ya kwamba uwezi kuongea kwa property ya bwana yako na bwana alikutafuta kwenu akaleta kwao. Bwana CS, weka mkazo widow akwe na sauti kwa mali ya bwana yake, hasa ni lands issue. Ya pili, mambo ya based violence, gender based violence. Hatutaki. Unapata ya kwamba bwana yako akisa kufa unaletewa bwana ile ingine ujajua yeye tangu, na wanataka wakuchukue. Hiyo ni gender based violence. Hatutaki. Ya tatu bwana CS, wakati huu watoto wetu wanaenda kufanya mtihani ili ukimaliza wakati wako ya CS ya interior tupate Murkomen ingine ama James Orengo ingine. Mambo ya disco matanga, mimi kama mama nimekataa katakata. Wacha watoto wafanye mtihani bila kelele kwa area. Na hiyo nimejua Bobo Renga alimaliza na komanda ya Siaya. Ya mwisho, police na ngao, asanti kwa kufanya kazi in partnership. Kwa sababu siku hizi, lakini mujaribu, sijasema mnafanya 100%. Siku hizi wa mama wale wakitoka kwa soko, lakini ninyi wa bwana pia. Kwa nini mnafanya raping? Hamuna mabibi yenu CS. Hiyo maneno angalia, hatutaki defilement. Akifika huko mambo anakuwa kombo. Lakini mwingine alisema ya kwamba mwenye kutoa nyamaza na usitoe. Weka kwa hiyo roho yako na upeleke mbele. Mwisho na mimi naenda. Ukienda kwa police station, sometimes you get there's no stationaries ile ya kuandika. Lete hiyo yote hapo na Kenya mzima bwana CS, ili polisi yetu akwe na all documents uko nayo, na president yetu ni mtu ebu alete system hii ya computer nini kila kitu. Wa mama wazee tukienda mara moja, kazi aendelee. Tunachapa kazi na president anachapa kazi, tunampigia tick. Mambo ya protection, kwa wa mama. Hatutaki ukienda kwa chief ama polisi ama nani, let us work as a team, and we need harmony in this county. We need harmony and we want to work as a team. We are the women, we are the mothers. We are the manager in the house.